Okay, so thank you guys so much for hopping on. Today is a special day because Meg is going to be talking to us and sharing some of her story and some really cool things that she does with her invites, PB&J Invites, I believe you said. So she'll tell you more about that. But basically, she started as a discount coach in 2009 and is from the same hometown as the coach, my upline coach, right, Toledo? Yeah. So she's started as a discount coach in 2009 with Janelle Summers. And I remember when I signed on Janelle Summers, I learned kind of like about like what she was making income wise. And I was like, what? And that was like kind of what lit my fire. And last week's call, we kind of talked about income possibilities and really kind of talked about, you know, how some coaches are really making a killing in this business. And I know money is like icky to talk about, and I really just have not talked about it a lot. But I really think it's still important to tell you guys the potential and things like that, and not think that money is icky, because it's a blessing to be able to provide for your family, and it's okay to talk about it. And it's okay to know that there is that potential in the business. Now, it's not a get rich quick kind of thing. You do have to have a lot of hustle, a lot of heart. But you know, Meg has had such success in this business. So she actually started as Janelle Summers' assistant, and then it took her 7 months to Emerald. And she didn't really get serious until about 2011. And she built her business being single, going to school full time, and then she went top 10 after she broke her wrist in a car accident. What year was that? 2013, right?
Yeah, 2013. God, that seems like so long ago.
I know. I started as a coach in 2013. So
oh my God, I feel old now.
Oh no, I totally like fangirled over you forever. So, and then she hit Superstar Diamond. I remember this. I just get chills every time I think about it. 2 weeks after she gave birth to her daughter, Tenley. So she was literally like new mom, like figuring it all out, and hit Superstar Diamond, which is 15-star diamond. So super, like, honestly, if she can do it, you can. And then she's building her business through a year of infertility and 2 miscarriages. And she is very open, very raw, very vulnerable on her Facebook. And she's just such a joy to follow, such a sweet, caring individual. We are so blessed to have her. So I'm just going to let you take it away and say whatever you need to. And everybody, you need to be taking notes, because literally she was in the top 10 of over 400,000 coaches. Just when she speaks, just say, okay, and do it.
I wish my coaches would do that every time I spoke. They'd actually do it, right? No, but guys, I know like how overwhelmed I get when I hear these coaches speak on trainings, and you're like, holy crap, like they accomplished a lot, and there's no way that I could ever do that. Stop saying that. Please stop doing that, because that was one of the reasons that I held myself back for so long, you guys, because I signed up in 2009. I was 22 years old. I had this amazing upline, Janelle Summers. Like, we all know who Janelle Summers is, right? And you're like, oh, I look nothing like that, right? And I had her up on this pedestal, and I had these other amazing coaches up on pedestals, and I was comparing myself to them, thinking I could never be them. So if I could never be them, I could never have that success. Stop doing that, you guys, because there are coaches, if you look at the coaches who are really killing it in this business, they're not cookie cutter coaches, okay? Everyone has something different about themselves, but the thing that they're willing to do that's the same is they're willing to sacrifice and they're willing to hustle. Now, I saw the babies on here before. Your daughter was the cutest thing ever. I have an almost 3-year-old, so I can relate. Like, that would be Tenley in here saying that stuff. And so I never tell people you have to put this business in front of your family. But you do have to sacrifice, you know. I don't know what free time is. I really don't. Besides the fact that I was just reading a potty training book. Like, that's my free time hobby and working the business, okay? That's just kind of the life of a coach, and that's okay, you guys. Even at the level where I'm at, because I want to continue to grow my business. But let's back it up, because I think when you see these accolades and you hear the things that I've accomplished, it can be overwhelming, you guys, like I said. But I want to take you guys back to what happened this year, because I think it's really important for people to see that I was rebuilding, okay? So not only did I lose one of my top leaders in 2017 to another MLM, and she went out very ungracefully. I know you guys might know that feeling, right? I told myself, I'm not going to let that bring me down. This is going to be the thing that springs us forward. And we were planning to have our second child, and we were, planning to do all of these things. And 2018 came in with a bang. I found out I was pregnant with our second baby, and it was such a blessing, and we were so excited, and our team was like, let's go for top 10 again. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know about that. That's 5 years ago, but let's go for it. So we were pushing and we were excited. And then we lost our second baby. Okay. And it hurt. If you've ever had, that kind of pain, that's something like I still tear up and cry about to this day, okay? Because this would have been the month that our baby was actually born, which is a tearjerker. Not only that, you guys, about 4 weeks later, I found out I was pregnant again. It was actually my husband's 32nd birthday. And I was like, I feel kind of funny. I feel like there's no way that I could be pregnant, but I was pregnant. And it was like this weird emotion, and from the first miscarriage to the second miscarriage, I wasn't able to get my footing down with the business because my head was so full of so many other thoughts. And so if you see coaches who succeed, guess what? We struggle too. Okay. And we have those moments where it's like, how can I even keep going? Because life never stops, you guys. It never stops. As April said, we hit superstar diamond after having my daughter. I will tell you, I was on bed rest because things went down after, having that baby that shouldn't have happened. And so my husband was the one that was helping me, check to make sure everything was set for superstar diamond. At that time of our business, we hit the highest rank in the company. Ish was going down. Okay. As a brand new mother, couldn't even change my daughter's diaper because I couldn't get out of bed. Okay. When our team went top 10, I, once again, had an injury that I had to overcome. The times that you're going to grow in your business, you guys, are going to be the times when you want to shrink down. Okay, so after we lost our third, I guess you'd consider our third baby, but the second miscarriage, I remember looking at my husband and saying, I don't think that I can keep doing this business because I'm such a vulnerable, open, real person. I've always prided myself on that. And I didn't want to share this stuff because I was in such a deep hole, you guys. And so if you're at a point in your life right now, which I know some of you are, and maybe you don't want to talk about it, but you have to, okay? And you have to find that silver lining, because that's going to help you through this business, and it's going to help you through whatever you're going through. So for me, I was searching for the answers, and I had fallen so hard. I had stopped checking in with my team. I had barely checked in with my clients. I was just, kind of like a shell of who I was. And I got on this training with Allie Tessitore. She's one of the new Superstar Diamonds. You guys might have seen her at Summit. I love Allie. And she said something about peanut butter and jelly invites. And I was like, what? Like, who talks like that? I like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right? I make them every single day for my daughter, but like, how is that inviting? And she's a coach that's killing it. Okay. So I said, okay, so she must be doing something right. And then I also saw some other new coaches in the network that were doing things that just didn't mesh well with me. I don't have time to send out 50 invites every single day. I don't have time, and I don't want to. I don't want to sit there and send out 50 invites, because then when they all come back to me, not all saying yes, I'm not going to be able to keep up, and then I'm going to shrink away, right? Maybe you guys feel that same way. You're like, I can't keep up with these coaches that you see massive inviting people, because maybe like me, you're losing that authenticity and feeling like you can't keep that one-on-one connection with people. Okay, I was losing myself by trying to do that. So when Allie said this peanut butter and jelly method, I was like, I can do that. I can really do that. And don't worry, I'll share it with you guys at the end. And I'm like, okay, that's something that I can stay consistent with. And so I committed to sending out 3 to 5 of these peanut butter and jelly invites every single day at the beginning of July, you guys. And there was days where I didn't want to do it. Actually, it was Monday through Friday. I gave myself Saturday off. Okay, and Sunday was my follow-up day. So on Monday through Friday, I would do 3 to 5. I would barely even get out of bed, you guys. I hate waking up in the morning. So I'd set an alarm for a half hour before my daughter would wake up. So I would have a race against the clock. I would put my glasses on. I wouldn't even roll out of bed. I'd grab my phone and start inviting people. Okay, and we'll talk about where to find those people. But by creating that consistent habit, you guys, 2 months ago, right? 2 months ago, our team has completely, not just me, changed from, when I was going through all of this crappy stuff with my miscarriages and stuff, your team follows what you're doing. So even though they weren't going through the miscarriages, they were going through it with me. They were watching what their leader was doing. And I will tell you, I was not inviting. I was not recruiting anyone. I was barely showing up on social media. And if I was, it was like a sappy post. Okay. I was not finding the silver lining. I was just struggling. Okay. So when I started to add this consistent behavior in and shared it with my team, I started to see my team change along with me. Okay, not only that, when we were, right after that second miscarriage, God, don't go through it again, but second miscarriage, our team had gone from a superstar diamond team, you guys, and I want you to hear this, to a 7-star diamond team. Okay, we had diamonds and leaders dropping left and right. And I said, this is not going to be how it ends, okay? I love coaching. I had to fall back in love with that. I said, I love coaching. I've got to find the love for it. I've got to refocus. I've got to make myself uncomfortable as a leader again and not be afraid to look stupid, okay? Because if you've achieved anything in this business, you have to be okay to feel stupid and look stupid in order to continue to learn stuff, okay? So I was like, okay, I'm going to fall on my face for my team. And so before we get into that, you guys, I want you to think about the season that you're going through right now. Okay, so for me, I'm going through secondary infertility, okay? And I can finally talk about it and talk about it with pride. And so for me, I'm not going to be attracting people who have older children, or I'm not going to be having, a ton of pregnant women come into my life right now. I'm going to have toddler moms, and I'm going to have people who are also going through secondary for infertility. Okay, so think about what season you're going through in your life right now. Do you have young children? Do you not have any children and you're single? God, that was a fun phase. You're probably like, but I can't grow the business single. Hey, we were like a top 10 team before I even got married. Okay, so you can definitely do it. It's nice when you can have all your time for yourself, right? So think about the season, you guys. Think about what season you're going through, whether it's good or bad, okay? And whatever you're going through, share it. Those are the kind of people you want to attract to you because they are going to get you, okay? And these are going to be the people that you're sending these peanut butter and jelly invites to, okay? You are attracting different people than your upline is, or that someone else on your team is. And that's the beauty of this business, you guys, is that, people say, well, it's so saturated. No, because there's not to use, okay? My upline Janelle is not going to attract the same people that I do, okay? So remember that. So when you're going through that season and you're talking about it on your social media, you're going to be bringing those kind of people in. And when they come in, they're going to feel connected to you, and they're going to want to succeed because they're like you, right? They're watching what you're doing. They want to do what you're doing, okay? So number one, think about the season that you're going through, you guys. Number two, think about the types of posts that you're putting up, okay? So many coaches talk about this, but this is how you're going to find the people to invite, okay? So Instagram stories are huge, you guys, and I know that April's amazing at Instagram stories. I hope that you guys are doing Instagram stories, especially with like the last month or so with Facebook. Like I say this monthly, I hate Facebook, right? Like, especially when it comes to business, I freaking hate Facebook because one day it's going really well. And the next day you're like, what? Like a circle profile picture? Like none of my squares work now. Like, are you guys thrown off by that? I'm like, come on. Like, I got to change my picture now. So make sure that you're not just focusing on Facebook. Okay. Instagram stories, Instagram are where it's at. Yes, you should still be sharing on Facebook, but I know for me, majority of my coaches and my clients come from Instagram, okay? So think about your types of posts. You guys all know jabs and hooks. So the jabs are things where you're showing parts of your life. For instance, today was a nuts day. I had to go to get blood work done for my thyroid, and they didn't send the paperwork in, so I was there for like an hour and a half, but I was able to work my business from there. So then I could go to Tenley's gymnastics class and be present, as opposed to having to push all of my work back and skip gymnastics or skip time with her later on the day. That's a jab, you guys. That's something important for people to know. Like, you can work from anywhere. It doesn't matter if you're at, the lab getting blood work, sitting in your car, being, at work over, your computer at lunchtime, after the babies go to bed. Share what you can do with this business, you guys, that it can be flexible, what it's paying off. I think a lot of coaches think that you have to be at this multi-million-dollar earning business in order to share your income. Guess what? At that point, people just kind of want to give you a, right? They're like, that's just not real life, Megan. So I can't share that stuff at this point. You guys, share when it pays off a class for your kid. Share when it pays for the gas in your car. Share when it pays for your phone bill. That's the stuff that people want to see, you guys. Okay, so those are jabs every single day. Think of what coaching is doing for you. I have my coaches come up with a list of 6 to 10 things. Okay, and it doesn't just have to be income. Think about what coaching is doing for you. Is it more accountability on your journey? I bet every single coach can say, yep. For me, I'm a really goal-driven person, if you can't tell. I would probably go crazy if I was just a stay-at-home mom. I give credit to stay-at-home moms, but me, I need something, like I have like ADD or something. Like when I sit to play with my daughter, I'm like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? What, you just want to sit here? What do you want to do? Like I always have to be doing something. So with this business, it gives me that goal-driven, focus to, pursue my passion. So think of the things that coaching does for you. Come up with a list of 6 to 10 things. Those things are your jabs every single day. Okay. Now to give you something really concrete to think about, you guys, say that your first jab, okay, so for me, is being able to have freedom and flexibility. Okay. I love being able to work wherever I want to work. So being at the lab and being able to work, that was my jab for today. Another jab tomorrow and for the rest of the week would go out focused on freedom and flexibility. Then that whenever you do your coaching invite, okay, and I'll make sure this makes sense with the PB&J, okay? But when you put up your coaching invite, so that hook, you guys all know jabs and hooks, whatever day it is. For me, it's Thursdays and Sundays. So Sunday, it would be focused on freedom and flexibility, okay? So that the whole week, I was focusing on freedom and flexibility. Those people who connect with me that are in that same season of life with me, they're connecting with those jabs every single day. It's like little crumbs, guys. And then on that, that hook, when I send it out on Sunday, those people most likely will see that post and have already connected those dots of those crumbs for the rest of the week. So you'll see more people commenting and liking on that post, okay? So remember that. You're going to pick one of the topics of your coaching, what coaching has done for you. Spend a whole week on it, okay? Don't get ADD. Focus on one of them. And then do the coaching invite to that. The next week, focus on another one. So maybe it's helping you live out your purpose, okay? And you use a whole week of that, how coaching is giving you a purpose. The next week, maybe it's your accountability on your own fitness journey. You're sharing that a whole week. Okay, guys, make sense? Okay, so those are the posts. You want to make sure that you're doing jabs and hooks, stay in the life of coach, every single day, every single week, okay? You also want to make sure, especially on Instagram, that you are using hashtags that are connected with that. I tell people use hashtags that have 1,000 to 11,000 people using that hashtag that day. So if you're using Instagram and you click on, say you're searching hashtag, and this one has way more, so don't look at it, secondary infertility, okay? And you look at that and you're like, okay, that has 11,000 hashtags per day. That would be a good post to do, or a good hashtag to use, okay? You want to make sure that your hashtags connect with the season of life that you're connecting with, right? Whatever you're going through right now. You're not going to be posting about being a dog mom if you don't have a dog. If you have a cat, post about the fact that you have a cat, okay? Along with your jabs. Your jabs, if you're posting about the fact that you have freedom and flexibility, you're looking for people who are maybe stay-at-home moms that want freedom and flexibility. Think of hashtags that have those two together. Make sense? It's going to take some time to come up with those hashtags, you guys. But once you have them, it'll start flowing, okay? One of the biggest things that I like to point out to people is that even as a superstar diamond coach, I do not have people rolling in. If you listen to the National Wake Up Call from this week with Greg, I love that he said he doesn't have the attraction side of it. He's not having people come in because he's had amazing results or because he's gone viral. Same here, you guys. I mean, it's not like I've had amazing results, but because I've been consistent with what I'm doing with coaching and what it's done for me, I've been able to bring people in. But guess what? Every single day, I'm going out and I'm sending those peanut butter and jelly invites. I'm not having my assistant do it. I'm not having people just roll into my inbox because I put a post up about coaching. I am outwardly looking for people. Okay, so if you're waiting for a certain rank to get to a certain rank and say, okay, then I can sit back and kick my heels up and people are just going to pour in, it does not happen like that, you guys. You have to be the one doing the work. I hope I didn't burst anyone's bubble, okay? So you have to fall in love with this. So who are the people that you invite? So if you're having these posts come in, okay, and you're posting stuff and you're putting hashtags that are connecting with the people that you want to bring in, and you're searching hashtags for the people that you want to bring in, and you're building that relationship, how do we know who we want to invite? Okay, this goes back to that season of life, you guys. Who meshes well with you? Okay, so when I see people have their babies, like I think was it Justine that you had your baby in with you? Someone had their baby. Okay, I would have been like, you're my girl. Like that's my child. She would have been here too. You know, like I look for those kind of things. I do not relate as much to people, and I'm not offending anyone because I have sisters with older children that have older children because I am still in the phase of toddler phase. Okay, so look for people who you connect with. It's going to take some time to look at their page, look at their account, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram. Do a little stalking because they're stalking you. Okay, look at their page and say, do I connect with this person? Okay, and I tell my coaches, when you're going through, you're looking at who's liked, commented, and watched your Instagram stories, okay? So liked or commented one of your posts on Instagram or Facebook, or watched one of your Instagram stories. Come up with a list of 5 people from that previous day. So what is today? Thursday, okay? Look at your Wednesday posts. And I would love for all of you guys to do this after you get off this, okay? And then tag me on Instagram stories because then I'll be really excited. Go through and look at who was liked, commented, and watched your stories and come up with 5 people who fit the person that you're trying to connect with, okay? And then do your digging. Look at their page and say, okay, so what do we connect about? Does this person have a toddler? Does this person have a cat? Does this person like to travel? Does this person, work as a nurse? Does this person, whatever you're trying to do, write a little line next to it, okay? That's going to help you when we get to the peanut butter and jelly stuff, okay? So you're going to make that line. You're going to come up with 5 people every single day, you guys, Monday through Friday. By doing that, that's 25 new people that you were talking to about coaching. Now, I know when I started this, I remember Allie saying that, and I threw up in my mouth, you guys. I was like, I'm not even talking to anyone about coaching at this point. And when I tell my coaches this, they kind of want to punch me. They're like, there's no way that I can talk to 25 people about coaching in 1 week. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because if I can do it where I started a couple of months ago, you can too. Ignore all the accolades, you guys. I was basically a brand new coach learning something brand new. Okay, so ignore that. Just know I got you. Okay, so you're looking through those people and you're saying, how can I pick 5 of these people to invite? Okay, you also want to look and see how often do they actually post on social media. So if someone is posting once every couple weeks, they're going to make a good challenge group invite. Okay, because they're maybe not really interested in posting on social media quite yet. Okay, that's okay. So next to that little, list that you created, put CG invite, okay? If they're posting every single day and they're you can tell that they're comfortable in front of the camera and they're sharing their life, that's going to be a good coach invite, okay? So just put coach, okay? It's really that simple, you guys. They connect with you because you have some kind of interest in how often they post on social media, okay? Don't overthink it, okay? So the other thing that I wanted to make sure that I pointed out, you guys, is that the whole point of this invite is that it's quality over quantity. I see too many coaches trying to keep up with these brand new they're not baby coaches at this point, but these brand new coaches that are going out and inviting so many people. And I have my new coaches come to me and they're like, I did this and I got nothing back, and you're like, wait, but if the people who are succeeding are doing this and I'm going out and sending out, quantity of copy and paste hey girl messages, right? We've been there, the hey girl messages, and no one's responding back to me. I must not be meant to be a coach. No, it just means that you need to be focused on quality versus quantity. The way that social media is now, you guys, and one of the reasons I have a t-shirt on, and I don't really care what my hair looks like, sorry guys, is because people want to see real. They want to see realness. They don't want to be sold to. People know when they're getting a copy and paste message. I've been guilty of it, you guys. When I was going through my miscarriage stuff and I was just going through the motions, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So I actually got my to-do list done, right? I was still doing it, but I was not putting my heart into it. And my responses were horrible. Once I switched to the quality type of posts or invites with the peanut butter and jelly, I get, out of 5 people I send a message to, 2 or 3 responses, which is a good response when you're doing only 5 invites, you guys. Not all of them are saying yes. Some of them come back and say, no, I'm really not interested, but I'll continue to follow you. And I'm like, cool, you'll be back in a couple months, okay? I don't say that to them, but that's what I'm thinking. So let's talk about the peanut butter and jelly invite. Okay, so you've all made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you haven't, you need to go buy peanut butter and jelly and bread and make a sandwich, okay? So the first one is a slice of bread, okay? So if you think about it, that first slice of bread, that is your reaching out to them and letting them, I can't think of the word. I had mommy brain. I'm sorry, you guys. The first piece of bread is thanking them for either liking, commenting, or watching your Instagram stories, okay? So for me, I'm mostly on Instagram, so you can on Facebook as well. But that first thing is you're saying, hey, hey, Sarah, I saw that you've been following my Instagram stories. Thank you so much. That's the first line, okay? That's not hard at all, right? That's something that you can send to a lot of people, okay? Now that second line, okay, so this is in the same message, you are complimenting them. That's where that list of 5 comes up, okay? So you look back at your list of 5 and you say, okay, I looked at Sarah and it looks like she really likes to travel. So, hey, Sarah, thank you so much for liking my Instagram stories. I saw that you love to travel as well. I am a big traveler. I'm really not. I'm thinking of my coach, Allison. Okay, so I'm trying to be helpful for other people who are maybe not the same as me. So you say, I noticed that you traveled. Where was the place that you just most recently went to? Ask them a question, okay? Now in that same message, you say your invite, okay? So you got your bread. The compliment is the peanut butter. The jelly is the invite, okay? The invite is whether you're inviting to a challenge group or you're inviting to coaching. So if you're inviting to a challenge group, you say, I hope that I'm not being too forward, but I noticed that, that you've been liking a lot of my posts about my challenge groups that I run. Talk about your challenge group, okay? Say something like, I love my challenge groups. It's a group of amazing women. We support each other through our fitness journey. Have you ever considered joining something like that? Okay, it's always, have you ever considered? Those are the 4 words that I have used my entire coaching career, you guys. You take people, they bring down their walls when you say, have you ever considered? They don't think you're pushy at all, okay? Have you ever considered joining one of my virtual groups? Okay, if you're talking about coaching, have you ever considered doing a virtual health coaching business like I do? Okay, that's it, you guys. So the third line is your jelly. The last one is the out. Okay, so you got your sandwich. The last one is the out. What I found with this last line, you guys, is it gives people the chance to say no and not feel like they have to unfollow me. Okay, they're like, oh, no, I'm really not interested, but I love supporting you. And I'm like, okay, cool. So what is that out? I say, if not, no worries. And make sure you take your own words, okay? So this is how I say it. If not, no worries. I hope that we can still support each other on our journeys. And then I'll do a smiley face or something, okay? Or you can do the little kissy face, whatever you want to do, okay? So that's it, you guys. The first line is you're thanking them. The peanut butter is making sure that you're complimenting them. You're actually, it's not an empty compliment. Make sure that it's not an empty compliment. You have a really cool wardrobe. That's an empty compliment, okay? But you see that they're posting about their child. Your kid is the cutest kid ever. She looks like she's the same age as my daughter. How old is she? Okay, or how are you liking this age? Okay, that's a compliment. The third is the jelly. Okay, so that's the invite. That's the part that most coaches try to skip over. Don't skip that, you guys. You have to say it, okay? The only way that you're going to build your business is by inviting people, okay? And then the last piece of bread, like I said before, is the out. When you start doing these kind of invites, you guys, at first you're going to feel a little off. You're going to be like, I can't believe I just sent that to someone. But the more that you do it, you're going to find words that you like, verbiage that you like. Something that I've been starting to say is I hope that I'm not being too forward, but I noticed that you're a mom as well, and I'm always looking for positive moms to lock arms with to build this business. That seems to be going over very well so far. In a week, it could change. But you have to play around with you guys. And the more that you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get, the faster you're going to get. So let's think about how to start it. Okay. And this is it. Let's pick a start date. So today is Thursday. I do not want you to wait till Monday. Do not wait till Monday. Okay, I'm actually talking about this on the National Wake Up Call on Monday. You'll get more examples and details and stuff like that. I didn't want to give you too much. But you want to make sure that you have a start date. I would say tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow's Friday. Do it on Friday. Do Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You will feel amazing. Make it the first thing that you do in the morning, okay? Don't wait until like you sip your coffee and you're sitting in your office, because if you do that, you're going to keep moving it back, right? It's like the thing that everyone dreads. Like we're all like, oh, but it's the one thing that's going to build your business and find the people that you want to work with. So do it first thing in the morning, guys, before you can even think about it. Be like me. Turn your alarm on, okay? Don't even roll out of bed. Just grab your phone. Do the 5 invites, okay? Another part of it, set a timer. Set a timer. What I find with myself and my coaches is that if you set a timer and you're racing against the clock, you're not going to waste time dilly-dallying, okay? You're not going to be like, should I send this invite? You're like, no, I got to get this invite done, right? Like I got 20 minutes to send out these invites. I find that if I don't set a timer, I spend like an hour doing this because I'm like, no, I don't really want to, no, just send it, just do it. Okay. You'll find that you can get this done really fast. The last part of it, you guys, is track them. Okay. Make sure you track them, whether you're using it through an Excel sheet, you're using it through Social Team Builder, I think it's called, or Teamzy. I use Teamzy. Whatever you're using to track it, because on Sunday, and this is pivotal, you guys, and I'll talk about this on the National Wake Up Call as well. Sunday is going to be the day that you go back and you build that relationship with that person deeper. Okay, so you send that first invite. Guess what? You're going to have people ignore you. You're going to have people say no, and then you're going to have people say, no, I don't even really know what you do, but yeah, I would totally check it out. Those are the 3 options, you guys. Ignore, or you can call it ghost. Be rude to you or say no, or say yes, they want information, okay? None of those are scary things, okay? None of those are scary things. You're finding the right people to work with, okay? So how do you build that relationship with even the people who have ignored you? Because these are people you want to work with, right? These are people who you spent time looking through and seeing that they are liking and commenting on your posts, or they are watching your Instagram stories, okay? They are still watching you. They still are interested, even if they're ignoring you, okay? I ignored my coach for a long time. A lot of people have ignored me that end up saying yes. I just had a coach who signed up last month who ignored me for a good 5 months. Okay, so don't get like stressed out when people ignore you. So how do we build that relationship? 5-3-1 method. Okay, some of you guys might think you know it, but you don't know it. Okay, the first one is go back on one day. So you can even have it on Saturday if you want to have Saturday. I like to do Sundays. I go back through the 25 people who I invited to coaching through the peanut butter and jelly method the last 5 days. And I go through and I like 5 of their pictures. I comment on 3 of them. And this is where it's different from Shalene. I send a message from one of those comments on one of the pictures. Okay, so if I'm looking at someone's account and I see that they posted a picture of their Labradoodle. Okay, I have a Labradoodle. And I'm obsessed with dogs. So I go on and I see that they posted a really cute picture of their dog. And I'm like, oh, yep, I'm going to have to message them about that. I would message them, okay? So I comment on that post and be like, oh my God, your dog is like the cutest thing ever, blah, 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 whatever, okay? It's like a real comment, not just, oh my God, your dog's so cute, smiley face, say something. I can hear my dog moving, God. But I go through and I comment on their picture, and then I message them off of that. Okay, so I can ask them, your dog is so cute. What kind of dog do you have? Oh, I hear telling. So that would be how you build it deeper, you guys. Because when you message someone and you invite them to something, and then you just disappear, guess what? They think that you just sold them, right? And they are going to be like, next time I see that girl post, or next time I see that girl, do her Instagram stories, I'm not watching, and you will lose people. But if you go through and you continue not to harass them, but to just go on and like and comment on their posts and show that you're interested in them and actually take the time to message, they're going to be like, oh my God, okay, maybe I am going to kind of watch this girl. I don't know what she's about, but I'm going to watch her. And you're planting those seeds, okay? So majority of those people, if not all, will continue to watch you and at some point become a coach. Guys, I think that that's it. I know it's a lot of information. I know it's overwhelming. Inviting can be tough if you make it tough, but if you make it a priority, you guys, you will grow your business. Because I went from, April, I didn't sign up any coaches. That was the month that we had lost our third baby. And the next couple months, it was like 2 or 3. This past month in August, I signed up 13 coaches. Okay, so it's all about consistency. Didn't happen. I know some people are like, holy crap. It happens, you guys. It comes from consistency. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm trying to read through you guys. You guys are talkative. I like this.
We always use our chat so much.
I love it.
I was laughing when you said 13 coaches. Jess, your face was.
I know. I watched your face.
Jess just started and just hit Emerald today.
Yay! That's awesome. And you know what, Jess? That is not the norm for me. That is not. Like, you hear something. I remember I watched a training and someone was like, I signed 40 coaches in a month. And I was like, nope, that I can't do that. Even I did that years ago. It's all stuff that we say to ourselves. You guys, stop doing that. Like, stop. Like, I told my husband, I was like, I need to recruit more coaches. He's like, well, then go do it. And I'm like, it's not that easy. It is that easy, you guys. You just have to put the effort in.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and I think that's so important is like, I love that you just kind of like break it down because it's so easy to put, top coaches and, coaches that have been in this business for a while on a pedestal and just be like, well, they just have people flowing to them, but
I wish that was the case, you guys. I really wish that was the case, but it's not. It's not. And it makes it, you'd get bored if you just had people. I know that sounds like, but really you would get bored having people just flow to you.
Yeah. And I really, really love this so much because like you know how you said you lost that leader and, we have lost so many people from our team that it was almost like hard for me to get close to people and hard for me to want to bring people on because I'm like so nervous, and so I think that it's such a great idea and I took so many notes. I love this method and I think it will be so great to like you have the opportunity to build your tribe, guys. So picking who you want is everything. I know in the beginning I used to be like, oh, well, this girl's kind of interested in coaching. I mean, she's posting a lot about like her cigarettes and, kind of weird stuff. But I mean, I need to hit Success Club, and now I'm like, nope, find somebody else, not my tribe. So, yeah, I love that so much. I'm going to open it up for you guys. If you have any questions for Meg, and I know there's a lot in the chat, but go ahead and unmute yourself and ask because she is a wealth of knowledge. She's hosting the National Wake Up Call for our entire company. The second time?
Would you say, oh my God, it's my third time. Although my husband was laughing because I forget what I said. I said something about, the next time I do the National Wake Up Call, he's like, what, in another 4 years? I'm like, because I was pregnant with Tenley last time. So funny.
That's awesome. So yeah, go ahead, ask her anything. There's seriously so much good content here.
I have a question. So when you do your 25 follow-ups on Sunday, the following Sunday, would you have 50? Because you would have the 25 from the week before, or do you just stop adding them in there and you just try to upkeep with their page on a regular basis?
So I just go from the last 5 days. So I don't say like, okay, I had, 25 from the first week of the month and then I have 50 the next month. I just do the most recent 25 because my hope is that by, the week of spending, or I guess that Sunday of spending the time liking, commenting, all that kind of stuff, that person, out of 25, I'm hoping at least 10 or so of them are going to start actively following me and commenting and liking and, doing all that stuff. So then I can take the relationship to the next level. So don't overwhelm yourself and think that you have to, by the end of the month, have 100 people that you're following up with. That would be sucky. Anything else?
Sorry, a follow-up question to that. So you do the most recent 25, but then like the people who seemed interested or kind of on the fence, sort of, do you ever go like at the end of the month, do you go back and follow up on all the?
Yep. So my goal is that, we run 2 sneak peeks a month. So my goal is that by doing the peanut butter and jelly invites, I can get the people into sneak peeks. Because I work with Bob Heilig, and he says to talk less and use more third-party tools more. So, peanut butter and jelly invite, send them to a sneak peek, and then we're already filming or forming that relationship right there. And then for the people who are interested, I already have their names, so we're communicating back and forth, right? And then the people who might ghosted me, which means they didn't respond back to me, if they continue to like and comment on my posts, which I have many people who do that, like they Instagram, like watch my Instagram stories, or they comment and like it. I'm like, sometimes I'll be very, blunt, Jess, and I'll be like, okay, I see that you're watching my Instagram stories every single day. Like, do you see this message? And if they ignore me, then I'm like, peace, not my person. Like, okay, see ya. Because don't waste your time, you guys. If the person is meant to, they'll come back. You don't have to hound them. Does that help? Yeah? Okay. Plus, if you're talking to 25 people, you guys, you don't have time to go back and find the people who are, like, ignoring you, right? Like, you give them one chance, and then it's like, okay.
It just seems so simple this way. Like,
it's so simple. It's so simple, you guys. And I wish, like, that's the thing with this business, is like we all think like there's some secret. Just do the actions. Just do it.
And if you look at so many of these coaches that are having such success, like, you just have to put your blinders on. They may not have kids, they may have, this, but when the fact is they're just doing it. They're not like worrying about what like you might say. They're not worrying about it being perfect. They're just doing it. So just go take action. And if it's been longer than like 2 days since you send an invite, anyone raise your hand. We're not judging. Has it been longer than 2 days since you sent an invite? Anyone? Okay. If you want to grow this business, you cannot go 2 days. It has to be like, do it. I mean, if you're doing it for the community, then fine. We love you. We're going to love you where you're at. But if you want to grow, it has to be like, would you show up to your job and just sleep on your desk?
Yeah.
Nope.
And have someone hold you accountable. Like, there's times where, guess what? I didn't do it first thing in the morning because I slept in, and then I was crabby, and then my daughter was crabby, and then it just keeps getting moved back. And then I have to look at my husband and be like, tell me that I have to send these 5 invites before we can sit down and watch Bachelor in Paradise. And he's like, oh, go sit on the couch and, do the invites. And then I'll be sitting there dilly-dallying. He'd be like, are you done? Are you done? I want to watch a show. And I'm like, don't tell me watch that together. But, like, you have someone hold you accountable, success partner, spouse, someone, to actually get it done.
Did you see in the roundtable, I have to share it, the Bachelor in Paradise? Yes. So does anybody actually watch that trash TV? I do. Yes. Okay. Well, whatever trash TV show or whatever TV show you have, I'll share it with you. Somebody posted and shared, it was Bachelor in Paradise. Don't fast forward through the commercials, and it shows how to work your business on the commercials. So I'll share that with you. That was really helpful maybe like, okay, we're going to watch the show, but we are going to watch commercials, and I am going to work my business. So that can also be either that or what Megan said and just like, tell me I have to send these before we can watch TV together. And if whatever it is that you're like treating yourself to at the end of the day, you have to do your invites before you do that. Like, that's what I do to myself, because I won't let myself watch TV. Matt and I love TV. We always watch something. Tonight it's Big Brother, another thing that I don't like to tell people because I made fun of him so much before, and now I love it. Do your invites first. So, okay, any other questions for Meg? Use her. She's like seriously such a wealth. Invites before wine. That's yeah.
Oh, I recognize Heather. Hi, Heather.
Oh yeah. Did you guys, Heather? Did you guys see each other on the success trip, or just know each other through Corey?
We met at Summit though, officially in person. Yeah.
Yeah, I go on the successful trip.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I love Corey. She's like, we're in each other's groups and everything. Corey's awesome. So, all right, guys. Well, anything else to pick her brain before we all go watch some trash TV and send our invites? Oh, wait. Where did my Zoom go? Are we still? Oh, okay. I minimized it. I thought my computer died or something. So thank you so much, Meg. Can we take one more picture, since I do have a bunch of more people that have hopped on? We're going to take a picture for a story, guys. And let me hide my chat. Hold on. Close that. Close. Make this big. Okay. Make sure I got everybody in here. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll share that in our team page. So I'm going to stop the recording.